Want to know how to sew an envelope pillow cover? In this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to show you how to sew a removable pillow cover without using a zipper. And at the end of the video, I will share a featured blooper. Hi, my name is Kim with Kimagine DIY, where I hope to help you imagine the possibilities with DIYs and crafts. If that sounds like fun, consider subscribing. Now let's just jump into the materials that we will need for this project. So let's start by measuring our pillow. We're going to take our fabric tape measure and go from seam to seam. I have measured out 18 inches by 12.5 inches. Now my pillow is extra stuffed. So normally if you have a pillow insert, you actually do the width about the same length as your pillow, so it's nice and snug. But because mine is so extra full, I'm gonna give myself a generous seam allowance. So here's where we're gonna do a little bit of math. Because I want my pillow to be offset, because it's so much easier to stuff it in that way when you have a rectangle shape instead of doing it right in the middle. So on my 18-inch length, I'm going to add an inch for the seam allowance to both sides. So 19 by 13.5 is what I'm gonna cut my pillow. This math equation takes in a double fold iron and the seam allowance, plus about 2 inches for the fabric to overlap. I'm going to cut 2 pieces, 19 by 13.5. And then I want to create my flat, my offset fold. I'm going to cut it 13.5 by 4.5. So after I cut all my 3 pieces, I'm going to take 2 to create the double fold with using an iron. So first I'm going to fold 1/2 inch, iron it flat, and then fold it again another 1/2 inch and iron it completely flat. We're going to do this to 2 pieces of the fabric. So here I'm running it through the sewing machine, always back stitch, and it's about 3/8 in because it's a 1/2 inch seam, and I want the sewing line to be as close to the folded edge as possible. Now that I have those 2 edges folded, you're gonna lay down your large piece, and you want the right side facing up and then the other right side down. Depending on how you want the fold to overlay will determine which side goes down first. I did it 2 ways because I just wanted to see how it came about. So this one, I'm laying my long piece down first. So that's going to be the one that's on the outside, and the small fold will be on the inside. I'll show you both versions at the end of the video. Now that everything's all laid out, lined up, we're going to use pins or sewing clips to hold it all together. And now it's time to do a 3/8 inch seam allowance around your entire pillow cover. Whenever you're sewing a square, on my machine, I have a button that holds the needle down when finishing. It makes it easy and quick, so all I have to do is just turn my fabric and I can continue sewing. To finish my raw edges, I just used a zigzag stitch since I don't have a serger, and that will help keep the fabric from fraying. To reduce the bulk in the corners, you can clip the edges with a scissor. Now to turn the pillow cover inside out, you can use a turning tool, or I'm actually just using my scissor close. Anything that has somewhat of a point but still dull that you're not going to poke through or ruin your fabric. Now to make your edges all nice and crisp, you're going to iron the seams, but use your fingers to help roll the fabric out as you iron. And now just carefully stuff that pillow into the cover. And make sure to stuff those corners of your insert into the corners of the pillow cover to really fill it out properly. Here's the 2 pillows I was showing you. This one has the small fold out, and this one has the larger fold out. And here's the finished product. I made some pillow covers to match this bedding. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to watch the blooper at the end, and I will see you guys next week. Hi, my name is Kim with Kimagine DIY, where I again with Y's.